Hi Nitroz, in today's video we're gonna recreate this look of Tartaglia, aka Childe, aka 11th of the factory MV Harbinger, and yeah, this guy, you know, the super rich bitch from Genshin Impact. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy the makeup tutorial, so let's just get started right now. I'm gonna show you first thing first the wig I made for him, because it's actually like in a more natural way compared to what we can think of a cosplay wig. So this is the wig with like the bang here, the tiny sprout things and like some pics, but yeah, it's like very shaped in a natural hairstyle compared to like more of an anime hairstyle that we would usually see basically. So yeah, it's gonna have an impact a bit on the makeup, but yeah, I zoomed in and I already put my lenses off camera. I will put the reference down below in the description and along with somewhere on the screen over here, and we're gonna get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is my face makeup, and as you may see on camera, I don't know if it's like super clear or not, but I don't have that much breakout except this one, which is like super huge, and some here because I shaved today basically. So I'm just gonna go with BB cream from 𝘽𝙪𝙨𝙨𝙨, which is a Olipop BB cream moisturizer, moist version, so the yellow one, which is like quite a light coverage, and I don't want to like apply too much on my face. So yeah, I'm gonna take this and a sponge, and I'm gonna do my face. I applied the foundation, and now I'm gonna go with a contour stick, but in my actual skin shade, which is Ivory from the PS My Perfect Color from Primark. I'm just gonna dab it on specific areas, such as pimples here, or a bit underneath here where I shave, because I know I have like some more redness. I will now go with the with like the light skin, so kind of like concealer, but one shade whiter than me, which is actually possible. And this one is a Can't Stop Won't Stop from NYX in shade Pale, and I'm gonna apply it on my brow area here, a tiny bit here too, and on my nose, and just a tiny smidge of here. Okay, now we're gonna go with the contour stick, actually like the actual contour stick. This one is called Jordana Sculpt & Go Creamy Contour Stick in shade 1, which is light, and I have no idea where I bought it, so I'm not gonna give you any insight of this. And I'm gonna start to structure my face. I'm gonna go Okay, now that this is done, we're gonna retake the lightest color, and I'm gonna put a tiny bit of it here. So this area is like between the contouring dark here and the contouring dark, which is here. And we're gonna use the same side of the brush we previously used to make it here. I'm now gonna use my compact powder, and this one is Essence All About Mate powder, and I'm just gonna apply it on my full face, And before, I'm just gonna like go here because I have like a lot of facial expression, and we don't want them to be like too much blocked with the powder. So I'm tapping it with a big fluffy brush, and we're just gonna dab it. So now we're gonna go back again a bit more with some contouring on specific area and blush and highlighter, but with powder versions. That's why we use the powder first. I'm gonna start with the blush. So for it, I'm using the Sephora, which is the number 5, and it's from the brand Sephora. It's like the blush. It's like dead now. It's like hanging by magic, actually. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush, but not this fluffy brush. So it's a bit less big than the powder one, but it's still quite a big one. I'm gonna dab it in, and I'm gonna apply it. Okay, and we're gonna do the same a tiny bit on the nose. So we're gonna put this, and we're just gonna, and then I'm gonna use a contour brush like this, which is like on the side, and this is Etude House Look at My Eyes in shade Cafe. So it's like a eye shadow color, and I'm gonna use a fluffy brush like this, a bit angular, to use it as my contour. Okay, now we're gonna go with a highlighter, and I'm gonna use a highlight 2 palette from Bis Makeup. And for it, I'm gonna use this fluffy brush, which is like just a random round fluffy brush. And I'm gonna go with the blue shade and the pink shade. I'm gonna go with the eye makeup now, and my goal for this makeup was to make everything with only one eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna use this one. So I've been using this one on like the two latest makeup I did for you. I'm gonna use only this one for Tartaglia makeup, which is good actually. It's like it's way enough, because Tartaglia has like Zeus type of color, so we're gonna go like for quite neutral with a bit of gold slash burgundy gold, which will match his mask over there. So this is a handmade mask made by my partner. Isn't it pretty? It's pretty, right? And so yeah, that's basically the color inspiration. So we got like a bit burgundy, a bit black, a bit gold, a bit of everything. So that's what we use as inspiration for this makeup. I'm gonna do my eyebrows makeup off cameras, and I will be back like as soon as it's done. So I did my eyebrows, and I'm gonna use my stick contour as an eye primer. I'm just gonna use my fingers. So now I'm gonna take this palette, as I said, and we're gonna go from light to dark. So let's start with a fluffy brush and this shade here. And we're gonna also go a bit underneath my eye. So I'm gonna take the same shade, and I'm gonna go here. I'm now gonna go with a double brush, and I'm gonna go with the fluffy side, and I will be using this shade here, which is like quite light. It's like a light brown. I'm gonna go into my outside here, and also in the inside. And the outside, we're gonna blend it with the shade we had before. we're gonna go with another fluffy brush, like another brush, which is gonna be like this, please. Okay, so it's like a flat but a tiny bit fluffy, and we're gonna go with this color, which is like a darker brown color, and we're gonna go here. So as you can see, I like apply it, and then with a fluffy brush I'm just gonna blend it. Now that this is done, we're gonna take a fluffy brush and go with the lightest shade, so it's like a beige, which is like with a tiny bit of sparkles in it, and we're gonna use it here. We're gonna do a mix. I'm gonna use first this one here, so they're like it's like bronze with some bluish highlights. I'm gonna put it in the middle here. And then I'm gonna go here with the gold ones. Still with my finger, I'm gonna dab in it, and I'm just gonna now I'm gonna get a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna grab the burgundy shade here, and I'm gonna just go and put some burgundy in the inside and outside corner of my eye. We're gonna go now with the under eye, and for this I'm gonna use a flat brush and the burgundy shade. So I'm gonna take the same burgundy as we just took, and I'm gonna put it underneath here. Now that this is done, and before going into the eyeliner, I'm gonna go back with the highlighter palette, and I'm gonna take the white color to put in my inner corner. So I'm gonna grab a tiny brush and some highlighter, and I'm just gonna, and then I'm gonna use the pink color that we had and tap it. Next step is to use a kohl. So I'm gonna use a black one like this and put on my eyes. I'm gonna do it outside of camera, and yeah, I'm gonna also put it on the upper lash line and inside half, most of it, of the bottom one. So I got two versions of doing liner for Tartaglia. I'm gonna go with the convention version for you on camera. I would say like TikTok content filming, I will just use this type of kohl pen, but if I go for convention, I'm gonna use actually a liquid liner, so it like stays for the whole day. And I'm mostly using the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner. So I'm taking my mirror, which is here, I'm putting it just right underneath, so I can like look straight towards the mirror and put my placement. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, here. Okay, and as you can see, it makes like a triangle shape with like a tiny angular here, tiny other stuff here. That's because that's how my eye looks like if I sit straight. And the thing I'm gonna do now, well, I'm gonna try to recreate the other ones first, and then I will show you how I feel it. So once you have your little triangle made, as you can see, if I show my eyes open, they will not be like perfectly symmetric, which is fine, because our goal is to get symmetry because of like our face, and not like perfect actual symmetry. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna take this like line here, and I'm gonna make it connect to the vertical already existing line I'm gonna take this tiny bit furthermore. I'm gonna make this type of like B shape, as you can see, and now I'm just gonna fill it in.
One eternity later.
As you can see, this is like the once it's put in. So I'm gonna do the second one. So yes, to go faster, basically what I do is that I use a tiny brush that I dip into the eyeliner, because like this way I can fill out the shape better, and there is like less chance of me like putting a line on the side. Once this is done, I'm gonna go with the torture stuff, which is the eyelash color, and I'm gonna apply a tiny bit of mascara. As I plan to not go out afterwards, I'm gonna go with transparent mascara. If you go out in convention, or if you need like something that stays for a long time, I would recommend waterproof black mascara, because that's the best. Mine is the Bourjois Volume Glamour. We're gonna go for two last things, which are 1, lips, and 2, freckles. And we're gonna start the other way around. We're gonna start with freckles. There is actually 2 ways of doing freckles, well, multiple, but I use 2 ways. The first version is to use a brow pen, which I'm gonna show you how I do it. So this one is a Brow Pro Micro from Rimmel London, and it's in shade, it's not written, but it's like a brown shade. I'm gonna show you. It's like quite light. It's this here. And the second option is to retake your magical palette that you had here, and to get one of those like tiny brush that you could find in nail art stuff, and a brown shade. And I'm gonna quickly show you how I do it with the brush. So what I usually do is that I use setting spray, and I spray my brush so it gets like a bit watery, and then I would go with the dark brown here. So yeah, now we have freckles, and once again we're gonna use the palette as our base. I'm gonna use a flat brush and the burgundy shade here. I'm gonna dab it in, and I'm gonna basically use it as a full shadow starter. And then with the same brush that I'm gonna just like clean on a tissue, I'm gonna go with the dark brown here, where we're basically done. So up. Okay, so now the face makeup is done. So yeah, that's basically it. This is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed this makeup. If it's the case, please give me a thumbs up. It's like huge support every time someone just give a thumbs up. If you have any content idea, or if you have anything you want to say, feel free to say it in the comment section down below. And don't forget to subscribe. It's always like a pleasure to see new people following the channel and saying stuff and everything. I'm also super active on social media, especially Instagram, which is 98_nitro and 98_nitro cos. I'm putting the link down in the description, and also over here, so you can just go and follow me and talk with me, and like exchange in the stories, where I put a lot of content and a lot of questions for you guys, for like ideas and polls and a lot of everything. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy the video, and I'm telling you, see you soon. Bye.